how to demonstrate the Intel Education Classmate PC Friction Where Does Kinetic Energy Go? PASCO Scientific Spark Lab. The first thing you would like to do is to have a quick overview of the features in SparkView. In the upper title bar, you'll find the following buttons: the Home, the Create a New Page, Delete the Page, Data Sharing, Systems Properties, Sharing of the Spark Lab, Saving the Spark Lab, Sharing the Journal, Printing the Journal, Editing the Journal, Taking a Snapshot to the Journal, and the Help menu. On the bottom bar, you'll find the Play button to start data collection, the type of sampling you would like to have, either periodic or manual, also the rate of sampling, and the experiment tools. You'll also find the navigation for the Spark Lab itself. You would like to start off the demonstration by showing the thumbnail capability of SparkView. With it, it will provide you a quick overview of what's in the Spark Lab itself. You want to stress that within the Spark Lab, it contains a title, introduction of the topic itself, data collection, analysis of the data, and then additional resources for the Spark Lab itself. You can navigate to each respective page by clicking on the thumbnail, or if you don't have the thumbnail turned on, you can navigate using the next or the previous button. On page 2, you want to stress that on the left-hand side, you have the ability to introduce the topic to the student, have the student read the topic, and then on the right, have them put their understanding to a question. In this case, the question asks the student, what happens to the temperature of an object when you create friction by rubbing it against a surface? The student then can enter their answer in this box here. This provides an opportunity for you to demonstrate the snapshot feature, adding that page to the journal, being able to annotate that journal, you can then navigate to the data collection. You can then show that on the same page you have the ability to collect data and have the instructions on how to go about and collecting that data. In this case, it wants you to rub the temperature sensor against the fabric of the clothing on your leg. You want to collect the data for somewhere between 15 to 20 seconds. You can start data collection by pressing this button here. This provides you an opportunity to look at the graph tools. You can take the selection tool and select the data points, press done, be able to show statistics on the screen, the max or min, and the mean. You can then take a snapshot, annotate that that was your pants leg, you can remove the statistics by repressing the statistics button. You can also show curve fit, to see the rate of change. You can also show annotation on the graph itself. You can remove the annotation by deleting the note, and then you can remove the selection by repressing the button with the arrow. You can select individual data points and do statistics on those as well. You can then move on to the next page. It asks you to repeat the experiment on a different surface. This time I'm going to use the top of the table. You can start the collection by pressing play. And as you're collecting data, you can show that there's immediate noticeable difference between your pants leg and the top of the table itself. This also provides an opportunity for you to demonstrate the ability to hide previous data set or hide all the data. In this case, you can take a snapshot also to your journal, annotate it that it was the table, then you can move on to the next page. It then asks us for the student to analyze what happened with those data sets. In this case, you can then show entering some sort of answer into each box. And taking a snapshot of that page. Again, it asks us for the student to further analyze the data. And then in the last page, it shows 3 additional free labs that they can find, including any SparkView resources that's available online. In addition, you can show how to save a Spark Lab. You can save the file as, push it to online storage services, export the data as a tab delimited file, export the journal itself as an HTML file, or print the journal. The student can go back to edit the journal by clicking on the journal button, edit journal button, and selecting which page they want to go back and edit.